I will tell you one thing, this whole issue of eminent domain, where it is really starting to become a major force. Back in the, was it the late 1990s, early 2000s, the Supreme Court made the Kelo decision. You familiar with this? The Kelo decision, this was up in, I think it was in Connecticut. It's been so long since I worked with it, I forget the details. But up in this city, the Pfizer was going to build a new plant there. And the city decided that, well, that's going to bring in a whole lot of new workers, and we need to have shops and shopping centers and restaurants and all kinds of things for them. And they aimed at an area of town where there were people living there in their homes. A lady named Suzette Kelo and was one of them. And they were going to just take these homes and just tear them down and build all this up there. And what they did was, you talk about tyranny, they were trying to get all these people to voluntarily give up their homes, sell them, whatever, for a lower price. And people were fighting. They were organized to fight, to stop it. And so they brought in bulldozers, and they would come to one house, and maybe they would get somebody who would agree to sell their home. So they would go to that house, and they would tear that one down. And then they'd move the bulldozer to the next house and just let it sit there. And they would pressure them. They would intimidate them on that. And that one finally would say, oh man, and they'd sell it, and they'd tear it down. Pretty soon, the last house standing was Suzette Kelo's house. She did not want to sell. She did not want to leave. And she got her case all the way to the Supreme Court. And the Supreme Court ruled that it is okay for a community to use eminent domain to take private property for the production of a private enterprise. And that went in there, and that is still in effect. And that's what's given them the power to use eminent domain for all of this stuff. What the bottom line of that story was, Pfizer never built that product, that place, and it is still now just an empty field.